Good morning. Today is February 18, 2023. This is our Saturday morning yoga therapy class. Let me just do a little sound check before I start to be sure everything is in order. Here it is. Hopefully your sound check is all okay here. Yes, sound is, I can hear, is very nice and clear. Okay. Today, as I said, every day our presentations are based on our practice experience and clinical experience, which we've been doing for years and years. We also teach a yoga therapy teachers training class, and this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have a yoga therapy teachers training class, and the topic is Ayurvedic yoga therapy. So this session, today's Facebook Live, is a part of the yoga teachers training, and we'll be all explaining and practicing Ayurvedic yoga therapy. Okay, so let me go back to the in my mat, so it will be easier for me to talk and to show you the practices. So, let me sit here. I'm sorry. Today's topic is Ayurvedic yoga therapy. Ayurveda, the word Ayurveda originated from Ayu means longevity, Veda means knowledge. It's an ancient philosophy and science of our modern medicine, and the root is the same as the yoga and Ayurveda. According to Ayurveda, health is a balance of your body, mind and spirit, and health is a balance between macrocosm and a microcosm. Microcosm is me, macrocosm is the universe around me. In modern medicine, we call this an epigenetics. Genetics are not the cause of the disease anymore. It's an epigenetics. So Ayurveda and yoga therapy is a epigenetics practice. Universe is made of 5 elements. According to yoga and Ayurveda, it's not a Big Bang theory. It is called space, air, fire, water, earth. Initially, there was space, and in the space came air. Air had a friction caused fire. Fire melted the cloud to form the water. Water froze and became an earth. 5 elements is also present in our body. But their proportion is different, and it drives our energy. And Ayurveda is also called the energy medicine, it is called a living medicine, it is called your a daily routine. It's called Dinocharya. It guides us to when to get up, when to eat, when to sleep, when to do the yoga practice, when to do exercises, whole day's routine, which is called a Dinocharya, daily routine. Person who has primarily your elements of air and space, they're called your Vata. There is no corresponding English translation for the word, so the Vata primarily attribute is mobile. The body and mind is very mobile. The thought process is mobile. They will be doing 10 things at the same time without getting anything being done. They can never sit down in one place, sit down. They'll be just moving around. They're always talking, always moving their body. You know, the mobility is the main attributes of Vata. They're very cold, they're very rough. A lot of other attributes they have, and in a Ayurvedic yoga therapy practice, we do the opposite, law of opposite. Law of opposite balances the Vata. Vata people primarily has musculoskeletal disorders and neuropsychiatric disorders. That means they will have a more back pain, knee pain, hip pain. They will have a neuropsychiatric disorders like the Parkinson's disease, neurodegenerative disorders, multiple sclerosis, dementia, Alzheimer's disease. So their balancing asanas we'll be talking about will be the grounding pose. Vata resides in the colon. So all the asanas below belly button and in the grounding pose are Vata balancing asanas. So the attributes for the Vata will be, they need to be a calming. They need to be consistent. Because of the mobile mind, they're always mobile. Calming, consistency, grounding. They need to be grounded. If you let them go up and do the mobile asanas, Vata aggravates. They need to be slow, steady, and your strengthening. So what happens here, as you see, I've been practicing every Saturday, so you know the asanas, the grounding asanas. This is Sukhasana, sitting down. I will go through it, then we will call it Siddhasana, stuff pose. Then you go to Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, then Padmasana, lotus. Lotus pose is absolutely grounding pose, very relaxing pose. Vajrasana, thunderbolt, or Yoga Mudra. Because here you're putting your head down, Yoga Mudra. Paschimuttanasana, seated forward bend. Pavan Mukta Asana, knee chest. When you do the Pavan Mukta Asana, you need the knee chest. Then you see you can do your shoulder stand, plow, even your headstand, shoulder stand. These are all as a part of your grounding asanas. Their breath is also interrupted breath. Our normal breath is exhalation longer than inhalation. Exhalation is parasympathetic, inhalation is sympathetic. So you practice alternate nostril breathing, Anulom Vilom Pranayama, to balance your Vata energy. Energy itself is called a catabolic energy. It starts breaking down. They're very thin, and if you look at them, you know that they're the Vata kind of people. Bhramri Pranayam, bumblebee breathing, is another one very important for your Vata. And for the meditation, the mind is very mobile, so they need to be focused. The focus on their chanting meditation is very good for them, or your, say, breath-centered meditation. Breath-centered meditation also very important for them. For Pitta, on the other hand, that Pitta is your hot. The attribute is your fire. Attribute is your fire and your, they're very angry, they're very controlling. But Pitta resides in your small intestine. So the Pitta will need, all the asanas the Pitta is going to do will be related to your belly button. And since they're hot, their opposing attributes will be your cooling. They're very focused. If you let them do a triangle pose, Trikonasana, do them do a tree pose, Brikasana, they'll do a perfect tree pose. So their attributes will be more diffusive, so that the focus is going to go away. They hold very strong emotion, forgiveness, gentle, relaxing, surrendering. These are the attributes, and these attributes that shows up in your asanas and pranayamas, and you will be practicing on that. So you can think about asanas related to your belly button, will be your laying down, will be your, say, boat pose, Lokasana. Or you can do your bridge pose, Setubandhasana. It is all here. Sitting down, you can do a knee chest, Janukshirasana. It's a very important, you're focusing on your belly button. Fish pose, Matsasana, will be another one, a wonderful asana for your camel pose, Ustrasana. You can go back, anything you can do is centering in your belly button. So any asanas below the belly button will be your Vata balancing. Any asanas related to your belly button will be Pitta balancing. Since Pitta is hot, we practice a moon salutation, or Chandra Namaskar, to quiet it down. For Vata, we'll do a very slow, controlled, rhythmic sun salutation. And for the Kapha, on the other hand, their attributes will be primarily they're very grounded. They are very little bit of a obese type. They look a little bit more rounded, more bulky. They're anabolic. Pitta is a metabolic. Generally Pitta people develops your inflammatory diseases and the disease of the solid organs, like the liver, heart, intestine. So Kapha, being grounded and being very cold and not be mobile, you need to do some drying asanas. energizing asanas, lightening asanas, you're moving, stimulating, warming. So we'll show it to you, and all uplifting asanas. So a rapid sun salutation will be very good for kapha. For the pitta, the pranayama will be your left nostril breathing, moon energy, Chandravedi pranayama. Or cooling, Sitali pranayama, Sitkari pranayama. And for the meditation, they will have a breath-centered meditation focusing on self. Very, very important. For the kapha, all the uplifting asanas, mountain pose, Tadasana, upward mountain pose, oblique mountain pose, Tirjak, Tadasana, your the most powerful to quiet down your kapha will be your tripos, Brikasana. Powerful grounding asanas are also kapha balancing asanas. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana, Gomukhasana, cow face, or Ardha Matsyendrasana, spinal twist. And the more and more is that your powerful, the using more muscles, bones and joints are going to be active. So Vakrasana, spinal twist. Their breath is very sluggish. They have a lot of phlegma within them. So they need an energizing pranayama. So they will need a Bhastrika pranayama with hand raised up and down, inhalation and exhalation. We'll do the practice soon. They need a Kapalbhati pranayama. In case of meditation, they will need a moving, stimulating meditation. Because if you put them in the mat for meditation, they will be gone. There will be impossible to balance the kapha energy. Moving meditation, call your Kati Chakra Asana, west rotation with your eyes closed, following your breath will do it. Moving meditation. Or paying attention to your meditation, like you are walking. Mindfulness meditation. So, giving an example, if you don't understand what are the body types, let me give you some example. You will see your friends who are always talking, always moving. You send an email to somebody, you get the email back right away. What are people? They cannot wait to think about it. If you go to the airport, a flight is cancelled, what is it? We'll go all over. Hey, when is my next flight? Where should I go? Hey, can you help me? Sure, what should I do with this ticket? They're moving, they're asking different people. So what are kind of people? Pitta, on the other hand, they're very hot, they're very controlling, they're very anxious, they're very powerful, they think they're the king. So if you send a email to Pitta. Pitta will read the email. Pitta will see every words, every line. They'll analyze everything. Then they'll send a nasty email back. Why do you get a nasty email? Because who are you to tell me? I'm Pitta. So same way, if the flight is cancelled, the Pitta person will go to the counter and say, when is my next flight? What is my seat number? What time you want me to come back? Did you exchange my ticket? They'll be all in perfection. If you go to their home, you'll see all of their clothes are lined up in a color coded, or maybe in, smaller to the bigger. All the shoes are lined up. Everything in the house is in proper coordinated. Kapha, on the other hand, doesn't give a damn what is all life about. They sit down, they, whole things are falling apart. They're still sleeping, they're laying down. So if you send an email to a Kapha person, you don't get any reply back. Send a 1 email, 2 email, 3 email. After 3 email, maybe they wake up. But they have a one very powerful attribute is called attachment. What does attachment means? After the replying the 3rd email or maybe the 4th email, that they won't let you go. Why did you send me this email? What do you want me to do with this? Can I do anything for you? They'll be attached to you. Same way, if the flight is cancelled, the rescheduling a flight, Kapha will sit down in the chair and say, hey, call me half an hour before the next flight. Then I'll get up and start organizing things. Most of our ailments or chronic diseases are vata related. So you as a yoga therapy teacher or yoga teacher, if you do not understand that person's underlying clinical condition or medical condition, start doing the grounding practice. Yoga teacher understands the philosophy and science of yoga, and they practice the perfection of the asanas, pranayamas, meditation, and all other tools of yoga. On the other hand, yoga is a therapy. Yoga as a therapy is a tool. Assessing the person who has an underlying medical condition and using the tools with adaptation, with a modification for that person. So start the practice where they are. The person cannot sit down in the ground, in the chair, sit down in the chair. First element is keep your spine straight. The moment keep your spine straight, you would say relaxation sets in. Yoga practice is a relaxation response. It's a parasympathetic activation. And then there is a component of our brain is called neuroplasticity. In a neuroplasticity, it's basically a habit forming. In stages, impossible become possible. I cannot sit down here, I have a pain, I will back off. I will find a place where I don't have any pain. Next is my breath. If there's an imbalance in my physical body, it shows up in my breath. So if the breath has an effort, that is good for your building stamina, building strength, but for healing, breath has to be effortless. No pain, effortless breathing, holding the pose, at least 5 to 10 breaths, breathing out longer than breathing in. Breathing out is parasympathetic, breathing in is sympathetic. So, you will be able to do same thing in the chair and will be able to do same thing in the ground. Any person comes to you, first to try to assess. The person who is sitting in front of you, looking at them, I'll show it to you how they look like. Vata people are very skinny. They're very mobile. They're called ectomorphic. Pitta people are moderately built. Their energy is metabolic energy, and they are called mesomorphic. Kapha people has an anabolic energy. They look a little bit of rounded, and their look is called the endomorphic. Ectomorphic, mesomorphic, and endomorphic. The main component of starting a Ayurvedic yoga therapy practice is called Merudanda Achal and Manasthit. Merudanda Achal means keeping your spine straight. Always. Whenever you sit down, keep your spine straight. Sit down in a chair, keep your spine straight. You have a special chair, and the special chair is called a kneeling stool. When you have a kneeling stool and you sit down in a kneeling stool, I'm sure most of you have seen, not that the students may not have seen, this is a kneeling stool. You sit down in a kneeling stool, it will always keep your spine straight. So, what I will do this I have for years and years. This may be my third or fourth kneeling stool. So I will be sitting down in a kneeling stool with my spine straight. In front of my computer table is motorized, so it gets up and down. I can even go all the way high up, handstanding, and I keep my keyboard and the screen in front of me as if I'm in my spine straight. The moment you keep your spine straight, most of your underlying clinical diseases gets away. We see a large number of lifestyle related disorders, especially the IT people, because they're always hunchback looking at this computer, and the hunchback creates a tremendous amount of disease. Mind quiets down with your breath. Breath is the connector between our body and mind. Breath has two components. We can consciously breathe in and out. And I'm sleeping, I'm breathing. Consciously I'm using the cortex of my brain. Subconsciously I'm using my brainstem. Breath is a connector between your conscious and subconscious mind. So, we start with sitting down, grounding pose. You take your feet underneath your knees, put it down, Keep your spine straight and try to sit down this way. This is called an easy pose. Now, this is causing you pain, so back off. Find a place where you don't have any pain, but you stay in the pose. And how to stay in the pose? Next gesture you do called a hand gesture called mudras. Hand is also connected between your body and mind. If I do something good, I'll tell you like this before I can say, hey, this is good. Or if I want something, I put my hand before I say, give it to me. So there is a lot of mudras in the hand. We touch index finger and thumb. This is called your Dhanu mudra or a Jnana mudra, meditation mudra. And we have a whole hand gestures called mudras are called health in your hand. We put it gently over our knees, and if it is high up, keep it here. Don't push it down, because if you push it down, always will come back higher. It will go down on itself. Mind is the content of your five senses. Close your eyes. The moment you close your eyes, you are quieting down your mind. Eye is a direct extension of your brain. Brain is covered by your skull. Eye is open to outside. Eye connects with your optic nerve, which is a large nerve, connects directly to your brain. Five senses. I hear, I see, I smell, and taste and touch. Vision is the most powerful of all the senses. And bring your attention to your breath. Lung is like a balloon. It has 6 liter capacity. It only needs 1.5 liter to keep it open. You have 4.5 liter of air which you can exchange. And the word we use called your vital capacity. Normally in a breathing, we'll only breathe 500 cc, half a liter. 80 to 90% of your lung function has a reserve. When you improve our lung function, you improve our body cellular function. As simple as it is. When a person dies, or a person expired, the last breath comes out. When the lung stops, then the heart stops. Heart stops and the brain stops. When the brain stops, all the cellular function stops. We say the person is dead. On the other hand, if we improve the lung function, we improve the heart function, we improve the brain function, we improve the cellular function, and all the cellular function gets better and better. So in a person with diabetes, when the beta cells of the pancreas are not working properly and not releasing proper hormones, insulin, by able to improve your breathing, you will be able to improve the cellular function of the beta cells in pancreas. So you breathe out first in a yoga therapy practice. Then take a breathe in completely effortlessly. Do not make any effort. Whole therapeutic pranayama is done as if it is part of your normal breathing. So when you breathe in slowly without any effort, then breathe out longer than breathing in. Breathe in again effortlessly, breathe out longer than breathing in. You also incorporate a little bit of meditative practice with the breath centered. Like you visualize your breath, coming in through your nose. Nose is your personal air conditioner. Outside air is warm, it will cool it down. Outside air is cool, it will warm it up. It also filters your air. Air goes to the side of your nostril called turbinate. It creates a vortex. Vortex rides over the mucosa of your sinuses that releases nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a powerful vasodilator, and it also improves your endothelial health. Nitric oxide is also a mediator of your parasympathetic tone. Nitric oxide, cyclic GLP, acetylcholine, they are the mediator of parasympathetic tone. Air is going behind your throat, upper part of the lung, middle part of the lung, lower part of the lung, coming to the level of your belly button, and stop there for a while. Cable kumbhak. Visualize breath is coming in the lower part of the lung, middle part of the lung, upper part of the lung, behind your throat, coming out through your nostril. Outside the nose, it picks up an energy called your prana. Prana is then subtle energy which keeps us awake, alert, and alive. And prana goes to the organ of healing. There's a healing called pranic healing. In yoga practice, it's not the lung only do the breathing, every organ in our body does the breathing. So you can guide the prana going to the heart, do the heart healing. Guide the prana going to your back, to the healing of your back. Guide your prana going to your pancreas to heal your diabetes. It's a wonderful practice. The moment you do it, you will feel that relaxation is setting in. Then you create a balance. Normally what you do when you're sitting down in a easy pose sukhasana, you change your feet. What will happen here when you change your feet, you will feel one side is more comfortable than the other side. The side which you don't feel more comfortable, you will be practicing more on that side to create a balance. Imbalance in the both half of your brain is the root cause of all the water-related disorder, in fact, in all the chronic lifestyle-related disorders. So if you're a right hand dominated, always use your left hand for your day-to-day work. Primarily, I brush my teeth with my left hand, I use my electric shaver on my left hand, I'm using my left hand to clean all the kitchen countertop, desk, everything. Always I'm using my left hand to be almost like ambidextrous. See, in this position, the same phenomena again. Hand mudras, eyes closed, pay attention to your breathing, breathing out longer than breathing in effortlessly, and you will see, and slowly, your relaxation response and parasympathetic activation will set in. Then you progress. Take your heel to the back, take your one foot in the top, and your knees drops down. If it is here, let it be here. Don't push it down. If you push it down, come back high up like this. If you continue your relaxation response and activation of parasympathetic tone, this thing is going to happen on its own. And people always ask me, oh, you know, I am 75, I'm 80, I'm 65, I'm 45. I used to do it, I cannot do it anymore. We could not do anything. But we guaranteed with the daily practice, by using called a daily routine called dinacharya, you will be able to do exactly what your grandkid is going to do today. You'll be competing with them. Maybe you'll do better than them. So now you go back to the opposite side, heel all the way towards your perineum, other foot on the top, and rest the knee like that. Siddhasana, stuff pose. Opposite, but each pose, each asanas, you are going through the same principle of hand mudras, eyes closed, focusing on your breath, breathing out longer than breathing in. Next asana is your half lotus. Take your one foot in the top. So all of you, like a yoga teachers, you'll be able to do this asana very quickly and rapidly. But in therapeutic yoga, you do it in a very slowly and in stages. So this is, so maybe it's hurting me. If it's hurting me, you back off. Still hurting. You can always go down somewhere. Start where you are and then progress slowly. This is called art of transformation. It transforms a disease-ridden people called rogi to nirogi, people with no disease or healthy. Then it transforms you to a yogi or yogini. So this is a wonderful practice in sequence to bring the relaxation response. Now people come and ask me, I'm exercising, why do I have to do yoga? Exercise is a muscle contraction. Exercise is sympathetic. In exercise, your heart rate goes high up, respiratory rate goes high up, muscle contracts, blood sugar goes high up. It is a sympathetic overdrive exercise. When you have the sympathetic overdrive, our body has a default mode network. It takes you to a default mode, factory reset. It is called a homeostasis. We even call it a homeokinetics because it is a continuous process. So when you have the sympathetic overdrive from exercise, body starts creating a parasympathetic response. So a coach will see how fast you can run, they'll see how fast your pulse drops down. Effect of exercise, our resting pulse rate. Resting pulse rate comes down, it is from parasympathetic activation. And we also practice both exercise and yoga through our health tracker. This is an Apple Watch. I can see all my health parameters here. You can use anything else, you can use a Fitbit or on all other health parameters. So, exercise we do every other day because muscle contraction lasts for 24 hours. But we practice yoga, asana, pranayama and meditation at least 1 hour 25 minutes of asanas, 25 minutes of pranayama, 10 minutes of meditation every single day. We do it the first thing in the morning. We get up, drink a glass of water sitting down, which is called a ushapan. Then we have the bowel movement in the morning. We do brush our teeth, scrape our tongue, wash our nostril, called jal neti, a neti part. Then we do a practice of asana, pranayama and meditation. In the afternoon we do the exercises. So this is a half lotus, or you also call it swastika asana, opposite side. When I'm comfortable, when the relaxation sets in, I can go back and take the other foot in the top and able to sit down in a lotus pose. So a person who doesn't understand this will think, oh my God, look at, this is, it's hurting you, bothering you. No, it is so relaxing. And I came up to this asana in stages, that my vata element, the mobile element getting balanced and I'm getting grounded. And this is a therapy for neurodegenerative disorders, psychiatric disorders, and musculoskeletal disorders. Also, yoga practice is called holistic, not reductionist. Holistic means, holistic word of people I say, holistic means they forgot to write the W before, the drop a W. It means whole. So what it is, I'm able to sit down like this. Maybe my ankle is relaxed, my knee is relaxed, my hip is relaxed. That's why you are coming like this. And initially, all the muscle contracts, all the ligament contracts to put me in this posture. But I'm sitting here with my hand gesture, mudras, eyes closed, doing breathing out longer than breathing in, effortlessly and without any pain. It affects my whole body and mind. That means sitting able to this lotus position, my back gets relaxed, my shoulder gets relaxed, my neck gets, my whole body, I'm feeling a profound sense of relaxation. So the Western medicine is reductionist. Or you have a right knee problem, okay, go ahead and work around your right knee. For us, if a right knee problem because of your posture. Knee joint transmits the weight. Knee joint is not a weight-bearing joint. So, if you have a perfect alignment of your body, weight will be transmitted directly. There will be no damage to your knee joint. But the moment your alignment is gone, your weight transfer will be difficult. It will start rubbing on your cartilages, on the patella bone, will have a patellofemoral arthritis, beginning of your pain. A joint pain does not come from the damage to the cartilage because cartilage has no pain fiber. So when you have an inflammation, arthritis, or have a degenerative condition, your cartilage is gone, cartilage is broken, body tries to do a splinting. It tightens up your ligaments, tightens up your muscles, and all the pain fibers are in your ligaments, in the muscles, which causes pain. So to balance your vata, you will be doing an alternate nostril breathing called Anulom Vilom Pranaya. In the hand will be, Dhanu Mudra or again meditation mudra. Close your right nostril with your thumb. You don't have to go all the way shut down, just close, just underneath. Breathe out through your left nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril. And drop your ring finger and little finger Close your left nostril and breathe out through your right nostril. Breathe in through your right nostril. Breathe out through your left nostril. Left nostril is controlled by the right brain. Right brain is intuitive, right brain is cooling, right brain is female, right brain is parasympathetic. It is called Chandranari or moon energy. It's a cooling energy for your body. Right nostril is controlled by left brain, which is male, analytical, heating, sympathetic. Right nostril breathing is called a Suranari, sun energy. It balances the both half of the brain. Bring your concentration. Put your index finger and middle finger in between eyebrows, third eye, and bring your focus to the third eye and continue alternate nostril breathing. How long? As long as you can do without any effort. Initially it could be only 30 seconds. But when you can do without any effort, about 5 to 10 minutes is good enough for every day. You also can hold your right ear lobe with your left hand. This is called a super brain yoga to balance to both sides of the brain. So do the alternate nostril breathing, focus in the third eye, and using the component of super brain yoga to balance both sides of the brain. So wonderful, wonderful practice. So as I said, you have all these asanas. I just named it. You can do a Yog Mudra. So you can do your Thunderbolt. You can do Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. So you have to do it in sequence. That is most important. So here, if you'll be grounding, do a seated forward bend. This way, you might look at better this way then. So what I'm doing is that Paschimottanasana. You put your hand wherever you can, without any pain. If you touch it here, it causes pain, back off. But you stay here. The moment you'll be able to hold it, you can hold it. Keep your spine straight. The best way to keep your spine straight is looking straight. Then pay attention to your breath. Breathing out longer than breathing in, and you can slowly come down and hold into a position. The position will be your no pain. There will be no pain. It will be effortless breathing, and when you get relaxation, you can bring even a hand and clasp your hand. Slowly you can put your head down. Don't bend your knees. Effortless breathing means you'll be able to talk, you'll be able to sing. The head will come down and essentially it will touch your knee. Then you stay in the posture. 5 to 10 breaths, and then when you get up, slowly get up with your effort hand. So remember, the grounding poses will be all about your vata balance. For the pitta, it resides in the small intestine, all the asanas related to your belly button. So when you lay down straight, flat in your in your mat. The head, your chin should be below your head. If your chin goes high up, put something underneath your head. A folded blanket is better, because when neuroplasticity sets in, you'll be able to take the layers off and essentially a whole blanket will go in. When you relax, when you put your hand on both sides, the whole hand touches the ground. Little finger, thumb, whole thing will touch the ground. You can gently get up without a support. This is a very nice way to balance your pitta. And if you want to give a little bit more challenge, you can put your hand behind your head. Sorry. You try this. It will be very, just putting your hand behind your head. It becomes extremely difficult for all of us. All about belly button. So push your head, feet high up, feet raising, Pada Uttanasana, then slowly go back to your boat pose. From here, you can do your knee chest, Pavan Muktasana. In a regular practice, we hold it between 5 to 10 breaths. Since we are a little short of time, so trying to show you how to do it. Same way. Bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvanga Asana. Put touch back of your heel with the hand and slowly raise your body high up, centering in your belly button. Once the body is high up, you can check your balance. You can put one foot high up and another foot high up. You can easily do from here a so you can do a shoulder stand very easily. From a shoulder stand, you can go straight down to your plow. Halasana. But you are able to breathe, you are able to talk. It's the most important aspect of these asanas. Standing asanas are very important, but most important standing asanas will be a slow sun salutation for your Vata people, moon salutation for your Pitta, and little rapid sun salutation for Kapha. Same way for Pitta, the left nostril breathing is cooling. They're heating, so they will do the left nostril breathing, both inhalation and exhalation, exhalation longer than inhalation. Breathe out first through your left nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril. Breathe out through your left nostril. Continue until you have any effort in breathing. Sitali pranayam, you put your tongue rolled outside, you breathe in through your rolled tongue, close your mouth, breathe out through your nostril. Very good for women with hot flushes, gastroesophageal reflux, pitta-related disorders like your coronary artery disease and inflammatory diseases. Kapha generally does a Bhastrika pranayam. Bhastrika is a rapid inhalation, rapid exhalation. The way we do it, remember, it is not the speed, it's the effortless breathing. So we have been doing it for so long, we can do a very faster, effortless breathing with the effortless breathing, faster Bhastrika. We show it to you, we generally do sometimes 500 to 1,000 of them. I can show you a couple of hundreds and see how easy it is to do and balancing the Kapha. So I did 250 of them. I'm still talking, I'm still effortless, I'm breathing fine. Absolutely no problem at all. So, another very powerful sign of health is able to get up without a support. If you're sitting down all the way to the ground, you can able to get up from here without any support. Called sit, rise, test. Okay. Let me go ahead and finish with a set of sun salutation and a moon salutation. Slow sun salutation is for your vata, rapid sun salutation for your kapha, and moon salutation for your pitta. To the front of your mat and do the breathing. Hands in front of you, pranamasana. Start with the breathing out. A deep breath in, hands all the way high up your head, Hasta Uttanasana. Breathe out, hand comes down in the front, Pada Hasta Asana. Head will come towards your knee. Breathe in, right foot goes to the back, left knee bends, chest opens up, look high up. Asana Sanchalan Asana. Breathe out, left hand comes to the back, you look at your belly button and heel touching the ground. Parvadasana. Breathe in, knee goes to the ground, your head goes to the ground, and your chest goes to the ground. Ashtanga Namaskar, 8 limbs, 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 knees, 6, chest and the forehead. Breathe out, get into a Bhujangasana or a Cobra pose, and breathe in, go back to the opposite asanas, is the opposite side of the body. Breathe in is a Parvadasana. Breathe out, now your left foot comes in the front, left knee comes in the front, chest opens up, you look high up. Asana Sanchalan Asana. Breathe in, right foot comes in the front, hand goes into the ground, Padahastasana, and head comes towards your knee. Breathe out, hand goes all the way to the back. And breathe in, hand comes in the front, Pranavasana. So started from the breathing out, end in breathing in, and you did 12 asanas in sequence. That is your sun salutation. You do it very slowly, rhythmically for Vata, and you wrap it for your Kapha. In a moon salutation, it takes out all the hitting poses. So in a moon salutation will be for the Pitta people, in the same way. Maybe start the opposite breathing here. Breathe out first. Take a deep breath in. So start with the breathing in. Breathe out. Hand goes all the way to the back. Many a time your hand is very mobile. You can touch your index finger and this gives you a very nice control of your balance. And breathe in instead of Padahastasana, which is you go ahead and sit down in a squatting pose, Balasana. The same breathing sequence, but now instead of a Asa Sanchalanasana, you take your right foot and drop your right knee down. To take out the hitting poses. Then with the hand you can breathe in and take all the hands to the back. Breathe out and comes in the front. Left foot comes here, both the knees on the ground. Breathe in, hand goes all the way high up. And breathe out, slowly hand comes down and head comes down like in your child's pose, Balasana. Breathe in, you can get back into the Bhujangasana. Then you can go back to the Balasana again, child's pose. Breathe in, hand goes high up again. Then your right foot comes in the front. Hand is up again. Left foot comes in the front. Hand is on both sides. And then get your hands high up in a Hastottanasana, hand raising pose. Breathe in and then breathe out. So started with a breathing in and ended up with a breathing out. Same number of asanas, but different postures, and taking out your hitting poses. So this is all about Ayurvedic yoga therapy practice, and we'll be continuing throughout the whole day our yoga teachers training, and we'll come back again on next Saturday with another session. And if you have any requests, you can request it to me through our Facebook Live, and any comments, any questions, I'll be glad to answer for you. Okay, see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.